Trade Unicorn Caller here, coming at you with a special video on how to basically just a walkthrough on how I usually get through the Stage 4 Life Decathlon. If you don't know, the Life Decathlon is available. You got about 5 days left. Or no, actually 6 days left, or whatever, however many days are there. I'm basically going to be showing you guys how I do it. So, gear-wise, you don't really need much gear whenever you're in the Decathlon. Obviously, your stats are kind of reverted into everything else. But going on from that, I have the Life Decathalon 3 deck, which gives you 6% damage. It also gives you a plus 150 health boost, which is also very useful. 45 flat resist to life, which is also useful. Then you get 1 white pip out of that, so basically you're getting more pip out of that. Basically, you start off with like 2 pips, I believe. And then after that, you also have a opal that you can affix it to. So if you have like a jewel, like a health jewel, basically, you can basically put that on, or a mana jewel, but you don't really need mana. But if you did need the extra health though, put a plus 125 opal in there. I believe like this is a very large opal though, so if you're like a level 10 doing this, it's gonna be really hard to get this opal. Considering that you only get this usually in like Mirage or Imperia, so you know you gotta be at least like maybe a max level wizard, basically vampires, some death blades, and maybe some death traps. Actually, yeah, you do need death traps, but you don't really need life shield, believe it or not. You don't really need that many life shields, because the vampire spell is a drain spell, so it will give you health. So, going on from that, you can pretty much have however many life shields you want, but make sure you have at least 4 death blades, make sure you have 2 death traps, make sure you have 2 death traps right there. So 4 death blades, 2 death traps, and then for another death spell, you're gonna need at least 5 or at least 4 vampire spells. Alright, if you just want to keep it small, just run 4 vampire spells. But yeah, then the rest of the time you can just fill this up with like life shields if you want. But like I said, the walkthrough you're gonna see me, you don't really need to use it. And you won't even need to heal yourself primarily for that reason. So, you know, make sure you have this, the 35% death trap, and then the death blade, make sure you have 4. Last time I did this, I forgot my death blades, but it's also nice to follow it up with a backup hit. So for example, you can use Metal Ops or another vampire. Pet, if you don't know, Pet may cast work in the Deckathalon, so, you know, may cast Spreetly, may cast Fairy Friend, Cycle of Life is good for the outgoing healing, and you also have Maycast Unicorn. You can also put some Maycast jewels on here, but again, my pet usually doesn't Maycast most of the time, and I usually don't rely on my pet to do Maycast, but as long as you have at least 4 Draculas, aka Gross. So basically, you're gonna want to put yourself a death blade. You don't need to put a death trap on it. All you need is a death blade. So let's look for the death blade. Get it right there. Now, during the time of them waiting to get 4 pips, because obviously you need 4 pips, believe it or not, you really don't have to use a life shield this on the first floor. And that's because, you know, if you're following with the deck gives you that more health increase. So honestly, whatever spell he uses is not going to kill me, and the damage I use from Vampire will be enough to actually heal me. So you really don't actually need to use a life shield. You can save that for the more health. So it's actually going to give me all the health that I lost. So that's what makes the death spells so unique, is that they use drain spells, and so using vampire, drain spells, yada yada yada. So here comes the attack. All you need is a death blade. I think it nearly kills him for like 1 damage, I think. I don't know how much health he has, but yeah. Just use your death blade and then you'll be alright. And give yourself a death blade. And make sure you have at least 2 vampires in your deck. You don't want to discard any. Usually on the first round, they won't attack. They will actually just pass or do something else. And the funny thing about these life minions, or life enemies, is that they will use the cleanse spell because they think that, oh, the players are going to use damage over times. Well, not really. So I think he's about to use the cleanse spell, which won't do anything. There you go. It's weird. Yeah, and then he's gonna do the cleanse spell. They never attack on the first round, which is, I don't know. But anyway, give yourself a life shield just in case, because they are going to combo attack you, or they are going to blade up. So, you know, just make sure you are protected, because you don't want to really want to risk it. So here comes the life tree right here. I mean, it's a great thing that you have this life shield up because you really don't want to risk taking as much damage. You can attack the worm creature again, going from that. And now we can do the process all over again for the ant, except this time you want to use a death trap on the ant. So death trap and a death blade. And that will basically be enough damage to kill the ant. But using just one death blade and one vampire will be enough to kill the nasty thing that looks absolutely hideous. You really want to watch out for their attacks too, because, you know, if they have a lot of pips, they could use the Seraph spell, and you just really don't want to risk it. Oh, another fun thing is that these enemies have these types of attack patterns, meaning that if this ant has like 1 pip, he won't actually attack me. He'll either just blade himself or like put a damage boosting on, but he will actually not attack me because none of these life enemies use a 1 pip spell. They don't use like imp or anything else. They will use Leprechaun when they have 2 spells, but they will not attack when they have 1 pip. So, you know, you can stay safe for that. And again, you're doing Dracula again, going on from there. Now, don't worry about your health, because remember, you're gonna get the health back. That's what's so cool about Vampire. You're gonna get that health back. So, you know, you don't really have to worry about anything. Here we go with my boy Count Dracula. Has anybody watched Elmo? They have that Count Dracula guy. His name is Count Dracula. That was like my favorite character in Elmo. Like, I barely see Count Dracula now. Like, Count Dracula used to get like his own segment and stuff, yo. Yo, if you don't mess with Count Dracula, then like, I don't even know who you are. But anyway, for this boss battle, the boss has 810 health. Just give yourself a death blade and then just use a death trap on the boss and then just use the vampire and then it's pretty much GG, you know, pretty simple there. Again, my pet is going to do that Maycats, which is pretty cool. What's cool about this Maycats though is that you could potentially get a power pip, which is also going to be very helpful. So, you know, you like I said, you could shield yourself, but you really don't even need to use shields at this point. You pretty much won. Like, you pretty much won at this point. Use a death trap. Make sure you're using a death blade and a death trap because you want to ensure that you have enough damage done. Yeah, that did a lot of damage, but you know, again, if you have the dex, like if you have that health boost, the health boost really does make a difference. Alright, you know, GG. Pretty easy from there. Let me know if this tutorial helped you at all. And another thing that you should probably remember is at the end of the last battle, there will be this recipe lady. You're gonna want to go up to her, and that's actually how you get the Lively Hands of Fate recipe, if that's what you're looking for. So you actually have to complete stage 4 and buy the recipes. Ooh, we got some good drops there. We got some good drops. So again, you would go up to this lady right here. I'll take a picture. Kara Runewright. And she will appear on each of the final floor bosses, basically. So don't just, like, you know, teleport out really quickly. You know, go to her first, buy the recipes, and then you can leave and, you know, do whatever you want. So, you know, just do that. She has some treasure cards that you can craft, like Headless Horseman, but honestly, Headless Horseman isn't really worth the enhanced death runes. I'm honestly just trying to craft this, you know, Hands of Fate weapon as quick as I can, because I don't like the Deckathalon. I think it's boring. This tutorial helped you, or it gave you a better understanding on how Stage 4 works. I'm gonna keep farming this, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.